everyone, I hope you're well. If I haven't met you before, my name is Tanya, and the theme of today's flow is all about the element of the earth, which is very much connected to our muladhara, or our root chakra, which is located at the base of our spine, and that is associated with security, stability and strength. So a lot of our postures today will be very grounding postures, as well as a couple of balances to help us find strength and stability in our bodies and our minds. So whenever you're ready, come down onto the mat. We're going to begin in a nice gentle child's pose. So sit the hips back on the heels, take your knees slightly apart, a wee bit wider if anyone's working with any lower back issues, and just gently let your chest fall into the mat and stretch your arms in front of you. Take a deep breath here, inhale through the nose, feel the rib cage expand, and exhale, sigh to the mouth. Let it all go, just let your head hang heavy on the mat. Inhale, and exhale. One more like this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, roll yourself up to find a nice tabletop position, making sure that our wrists are directly stacked underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. We're just going to flow through some gentle cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, the heart forward, lift the gaze, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And then as you exhale, pull the navel into the spine, rounding through the back, tucking the tailbone, dropping the head. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, the gaze. And exhale, round through the spine. We'll take 3 more at the pace of our breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine, still engaging through the core, long flat spine. And just take gentle circles over the wrists, just to warm them up nicely. And switch direction. Inhale, come back to a neutral position, untuck the toes, really pressing the hands into the earth, and as you exhale, hover the knees just off the mat about an inch, really firing up through the core for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, push the hips up to the sky and back for downward facing dog. Really pressing our hands into the mat, spreading the fingers, feeling an outward spiral of the upper arms, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, down the spine, keeping a length through the spine here, drawing the belly in. Reaching the sit bones high to the sky and drawing the energy down the backs of the legs, through into the heels, into the earth. If anyone's working with any tighter hamstrings, just take a soft bend in the knees, maybe even lift the heels slightly, and that should hopefully feel a wee bit better for you. One more breath together here. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, lift the heels slightly. Bend the knees, look forward, and just gently tiptoe to the top of your mat, bringing the feet together in between the gently fold over your body. Take a soft bend in the knees and let the chest rest heavy on our thighs, and just drop the head. Maybe nodding our head yes, shaking our head no, letting go of any tension that we might be holding on to today. If it's available to you, take opposite elbows with your hands and just gently sway from side to side, just loosening off that spine. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Release your hands, gently bend the knees and slowly roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, with your head the last thing to come up. Take a nice big shoulder roll here and exhale down for Tadasana, mountain pose. Now what we're looking for here is our big toes to touch and our heels slightly apart. But if it feels better for you, take your feet hip width apart. Now as we stand in this position, I want you to just gently close down the eyes, and starting from the bottom of our feet, I want you to wiggle your toes slightly, and then one by one press them individually back onto the mat, and feeling equal weighting across all parts of our feet. Feeling the energy drawing up through the inner arches, through the lower legs, pulling up the kneecaps, the thighs, squeezing through the glutes, engaging through our pelvic floor, drawing the navel in, engaging our abdominal muscles, soft rib cage, feeling a real length through the spine, open across the chest, shoulders down and away from the ears, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, arms are down by our sides. Feeling length behind the neck, stretching beyond the crown of our head. Almost feeling like a two-way pull as we extend and reach the energy up beyond the crown of our head, and simultaneously rooting ourselves really deep into the earth, as if we have roots beyond our feet as we extend further and further into the ground. Inhale here and exhale. Just gently flicker the eyes open and let the light flood in. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, halfway lift, keeping long through the spine. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, plant the hands on the mat, step the right foot back, the left foot back to meet it for plank pose. And exhale, draw the heart forward, lower the knees down to the mat, untuck the toes, and in one straight line, gently lower our torso, pulling the elbows into the rib cages, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift the head, pull the chest and the heart forward for Cobra, drawing the shoulder blades down and away from the ears, still squeezing through the thighs and the glutes. And exhale, gently lower back down onto the mat. Inhale, press our hands into the mat and push our hips back to the heels for child's pose. And know that you can come back here at any moment during the practice if you need to. And exhale, untuck the toes, push the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Again, really feeling the outward spiral of the upper arms and drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Feeling length through the spine and a nice stretch down the backs of the legs. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, step the right foot to the top of the mat, the left foot to meet it, and exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lift and straight away fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands on the mat, step the left foot back, the right foot back to meet it in plank pose. And exhale, pull the heart forward. Again, either drop the knees or this time keep the legs straight, lowering in one straight line, halfway down for chaturanga, keeping the elbows tight into the rib cages. Inhale, roll forward over the toes, pushing up for upward facing dog. Again, drawing the shoulder blades down the back, away from the ears, opening the heart, lifting the gaze, squeezing through the thighs, and exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhaling here for one breath, and exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step the left foot in between the hands, the right foot, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine, and exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, sweep the arms overhead, gaze to thumbs, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back for plank pose. And exhale, pull the heart forward, squeeze the elbows in, lower the body in one straight line, halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward over the toes, pushing up for upward facing dog, open the heart, lift the gaze. And exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. And exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, sweep the arms overhead, and exhale, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Well done, team. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, gaze to thumbs, and sit the hips back as you exhale for chair pose, keeping your hands in prayer. Squeezing the thighs together for stability, engaging through the core, keeping a long spine, and open across the torso. Inhale with your arms, sweep them overhead if that feels comfortable for you. One more breath here, team, you're doing so well. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, hop the feet back for plank pose or step back. Inhale, exhale, pull the heart forward and lower in one straight line, halfway down for chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward over the toes, pushing up for upward facing dog. And exhale, push the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Straight away with the right leg. Inhale, reach the right leg to the sky for three-legged dog. And exhale, bend the right knee in, planting the right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee to the mat, untuck the toes. Inhaling the arms overhead for low crescent lunge. Inhale here. And exhale, sinking a little bit deeper, making sure that our right knee is directly tracking over the ankle, and we'll feel a really lovely stretch across the left thigh, the hip flexor, and reaching the arms overhead, extending the energy beyond the fingertips. One more here, inhale, and exhale, plant the hands back down onto the mat. And as you inhale, reach the right arm to the sky, twisting the torso to the right side, and feeling a nice stretch across the upper back. If it feels good for you, bend that left leg in, catch the left foot with the right hand and gently draw the heel to your left glute for a nice quad stretch. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and as you exhale, release the left foot and circle the right arm back down to frame the right foot on the mat. Inhaling, untuck the left toe, stretch the leg, and then drop the left heel down to the mat at roughly a 45 to 60 degree angle. Inhaling the arms overhead, reaching up for warrior one, keeping a strong bend in that right leg. Squeezing through the thighs for stability and feeling really grounded into the earth. One more breath here, inhale, and as you exhale, opening out for warrior two. This time, taking your left foot at a 90 degree angle to the mat. Strong back leg, hips are open to the long end of your mat, as if they're two little headlights, keeping square to the long edge of your mat. And again, keeping that deep bend in your front leg, really again squeezing the thighs together, and it will help you feel really stable in this position. And extending your arms to the side, reaching the fingers in opposite directions, feeling the energy extend beyond them. Gaze is just over the middle finger of your front hand. Inhaling here, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, straighten through the front leg, turning the toes in very slightly, and turn the back toe out slightly as well. And what you're going to do is gently bend into that left leg and sink down into Skandasana. What I'll do is I'll come around this side so that you can see me. So we've straightened through that front leg. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, bending into that back leg. Straight through your right leg. And if it feels comfortable for you, taking your hands to prayer at heart center. Or even planting them onto the mat, wherever feels most comfortable for you at this time. Inhaling here, feeling a nice stretch across the inner thighs of both your right leg and your left. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Now on this next inhale, you're going to lift yourself back up, bending into the right leg, coming back to warrior two. And we're going to flow through this a couple of times at the pace of our breath. Feel free to use the mat for momentum because it takes a lot of strength work. I'll be doing the same. Inhale, stretching through the right leg, and exhale, bending down into the left for Skandasana. Inhale, coming up for warrior two, and exhale, back down to Skandasana. One more like this, team, you're doing so well. Inhale to warrior two, and exhale, back down to Skandasana. On your next inhale, plant the hands on the mat, and you're going to crawl your way forward, transferring the weight back through into our right leg, turning over to frame the right foot, turning back onto the ball of our left foot, planting the hands on the mat. And as you inhale, step that right foot back for plank pose. And exhale, pull the heart forward and lowering through Chaturanga in one straight line, keeping the elbows tight into the ribcage. Inhale, roll forward over to the toes, opening the heart, lifting the chest, the gaze for upward facing dog. And exhale, Pushing up and back for downward facing dog. Well done, team. We'll take one breath together here. And exhale. Second side, inhale, reach the left leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Exhale, bending the left knee in, stepping the left foot in between the hands, planting the foot. Drop the right knee on the mat, untucking the toes, and inhaling, lift the body up, reach the arms overhead for low crescent lunge. Again, keeping the left knee tracking directly over that left ankle and feeling a lovely stretch across the right quad, the hip flexor here. And reaching those arms overhead. Inhale and exhale. One more here, team. Inhale and exhale, planting the hands back onto the mat. This time as you inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, twisting to the left side of the room. And if it feels comfortable for you, draw that right foot in and catch it with your left hand, and just very gently draw the right heel in to your right glute for a nice quad stretch. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release the right foot, circle the left arm forward to frame the foot. Inhaling, untucking the right toe, stretching the leg and dropping the heel at a 45 to 60 degree angle. Keeping the strong bend in the left leg and inhaling, sweeping the arms overhead, reaching up for warrior one. Keeping our hips square to the top end of the mat, keeping the strong bend through that left leg, straight leg on the right, and again that 45 to 60 degree angle for our back foot, just whatever feels most comfortable for you, and reaching those arms overhead. One more breath here, team. Inhale, and as you exhale, opening out for warrior two, changing the alignment of the back foot to a 90 degree angle and opening our hips so that our hip bones are facing the long end of the mat this time. Keeping strong through those thighs, rooting into the earth and opening our arms to the side, extending beyond the fingertips, really feeling that energy across the upper back and beyond our hands. Inhale here and exhale. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten through that left leg, turning the right foot out very slightly, and as you exhale, bending into that right leg for our Skandasana, our side lunge. Straight through that left leg and really flexing through that foot. Keeping a long spine and open through the chest and having our arms wherever feels most comfortable for us. Inhale here and exhale. Are you ready? On the next inhale, pushing ourselves up for warrior two. It helps to open the arms up. Inhale, stretching the left leg, and as we exhale, bending into that right leg for Skandasana. Inhale, coming up for warrior two, and exhale to Skandasana. One more like this, team. Inhale for warrior two, and exhale back down to our side lunge, Skandasana. As we inhale, plant the hands on the mat and just crawl our way to the top of the mat, transferring our weight into the left leg. Coming round to frame the left foot, turning onto the ball of our right foot and straightening through that leg. Inhale, press our hands into the mat, stepping the left foot back for plank pose. And as we exhale, pull the heart forward and lower in one straight line for Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, the gaze rolling forward over to the toes for upward facing dog. And exhale, push the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Inhaling here, team. And exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. And exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Well done, team. Inhaling, sweeping the arms overhead. And exhale, fold the body forward. Now what I want you to do is plant the hands on the mat, just slowly toe heel your feet apart, just a wee bit more than hip width apart. Open the toes slightly and bend the knees, lowering the pelvis down into Muladhara, our yogi squat. Now it's okay if you don't come down that far. It might feel better for you to stay up here in goddess pose and keeping your hands maybe on your thighs, on your knees, wherever's most comfortable. Or if you're able to go a wee bit further down, again, bringing your hands to prayer at heart center. Just have a wee wiggle here. Feel how your body is doing, how your hips feel, just getting them nice and open, loosening up, keeping that chest open and length through the spine, up through the crown of our head. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale, planting the hands, turning the heels out the way slightly to stretch through the legs, and then heel toe your feet back to just about hip width apart and dropping the head. Inhaling, lifting up halfway, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back for plank pose, and exhale, pull the heart forward, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward over the toes, pushing up for upward facing dog, lifting the heart to the gaze, and exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg to the sky for three-legged dog, and exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, inhaling up for high crescent lunge. Again, knee directly tracking over the ankle, straight leg on the left, keeping that heel lifted, and the strong bend through that right leg, squeezing the thighs together, really feeling grounded into the earth. Squeezing through our core for stability and reaching those arms overhead. Inhale, lift up slightly, and as we exhale, bending through the knees, bend the left knee, let it kiss the mat. Inhale, come up, and exhale, bend, left knee kisses the mat. One more like this, inhale, and exhale, left knee kissing the mat. Inhale, coming back for high crescent lunge. On your next inhale, shift your weight forward into that right leg and float your left leg forward, lifting the knee into the chest. We'll come back slightly. And if you can, stay here if that feels comfortable for you, feeling rooted through that supporting leg on the right side. Opening out the left knee, externally rotating from the left hip, crossing the left foot over the right knee, flexing through that foot and gently bending into the right leg, bringing our hands to prayer at heart center for half chair or standing figure four. Now this is quite a tricky balance, so find somewhere in front of you that you can focus your gaze on, squeezing through the thighs, flexing through that left foot will really help you balance. Engaging that core for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, uncrossing that left knee, coming back to parallel. Well done, team. And as you exhale, either step back to high lunge straight away or flow through warrior 3 like a pendulum, kicking that left foot back and bringing our torso down. So we're in one straight line and then lowering that left foot, reaching the arms overhead, and exhale. Bring the hands down to frame the right foot. Inhale, step that right foot back for plank pose. And exhale, pull the heart forward, lowering on one straight line through Chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Straight away on the left side. Inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend through the left knee, stepping the left foot in between the hands. Feeling the feet rooting into the earth. And inhaling, coming up for high crescent lunge. Inhaling, reaching up slightly. And as you exhale, bending through the knees, kissing the right knee on the mat. Inhale, coming up, squeezing those thighs together for stability. You're doing so well, team. Exhale, kiss the right knee to the mat. One more inhale and exhale. Let the right knee kiss the mat, and inhale, coming back for high crescent lunge. This time, come back slightly. As you inhale, shifting the weight more into the left leg and lifting that right knee into our chest. Feeling really rooted into the earth through that standing leg on the left side. Squeezing through the core, reaching our arms overhead. And as you exhale, if it's available to you, this time crossing the right foot over the left knee, externally rotating through that right hip to open our right knee, and gently sinking back, bending into that left leg. Long through the spine, flexing through that right foot to help us balance, and squeezing those thighs for stability. Maybe finding a spot on the floor or a spot in front of us to help us balance. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, uncross that knee, reach those arms overhead, straightening through the left leg. And exhale, either step back straight away to high crescent lunge, or come with me and float through our warrior 3. And dropping back for high lunge. Well done, team, that was a tricky one. And exhale, lower the hands to the mat, framing the left foot. Inhale, pressing the hands into the mat, step the left foot back for plank pose. And as you exhale, pulling the heart forward and lowering through our Chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward over the toes, opening the heart, lifting the gaze for upward facing dog. And exhale, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. One deep breath together here, team. You're doing so well. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. And exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lift the body up halfway, long spine. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, reach the arms overhead, gaze is lifted. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Well done, team. As we stand here in Tandasana, what I'd like us next to do is coming on to the left not the left, the right leg, and just very gently lifting our left foot and turning that leg out very slightly, turning the knee out. Again, the external rotation of that left hip. And if it feels more comfortable for you to just leave the foot down at the ankle, or if you want to come with me for a full version of tree pose, bringing the left heel and placing the foot vertically against the inside of that right thigh, we're reaching the arms overhead for tree pose for Vrikshasana. Inhale and exhale. We'll take 5 breaths here, team. You've got this. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, strong through that standing leg. You've got this, team. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Gently lower that left foot back onto the mat and lower the arms down by our sides. Taking a nice shoulder roll here, and exhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back. And we'll try this on the next side. So gently shift your weight into the left leg this time, and slowly lifting that right foot off. Again, rotating outwards from the right hip to open that right knee, and maybe just leaving the foot against the left ankle, or if you want to come with me, and taking our right foot to the inside of our left thigh and reaching the arms overhead. Now you might find that your balance is completely different from one side to the other. I was saying in the last class, you know, it's rare that our bodies are symmetrical, so the chances are our balance may be better or might not be as stable on our second side. But you're doing so well, team. Inhaling and exhaling. 4 more here. Inhale and exhale. Strong through that left leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last time, team. Inhale and exhale, gently placing that right foot back onto the mat, and bring our hands together in prayer at heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, gaze is lifted, and exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the hands, step or hop back for plank pose, and exhale, pull the heart forward, lowering in one straight line, elbows tight into the ribs for Chaturanga. Inhale, rolling forward, pushing up for upward facing dog, lifting the heart, the gaze, and exhale, push the hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your right knee in, tucking your right foot behind your left hand and your right knee behind your right hand, aiming for your shin to be parallel to the top of the mat, and lowering your pelvis down onto the mat, stretching the left leg behind you for pigeon pose. Now this is quite a tough one if we're a wee bit tighter. What we're looking for is our hip bones to be square to the top of the mat. If that's not working for you, or if you're feeling any tension in your knees, just take the angle a wee bit smaller in that front knee, or if it feels more comfortable to do reclined pigeon, where we lie on our back, it's like our figure 4 glute stretch, with the right knee over the right foot over the left knee, and gently pulling in on that left hamstring. It has the same effect. We're looking for a nice stretch around our right glute. And if it feels comfortable for you, if you're in pigeon, just gently walking your hands forward and letting your chest sink into the mat for a deeper stretch. We'll take 5 deep breaths here, team. Inhale and exhale. With every inhale, really breathing into any areas of tightness, and exhale, let it all go. You've done so well today, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, gently walk the hands back up, planting them on the mat. Untuck the left toe, and if you can, reaching your legs back up for downward facing dog. And we'll come on to the second side, so bending our left knee in, so the left foot goes behind the right hand, left knee behind the left, and stretching that right leg directly behind us. Again, keeping square with our hips to the top end of the mat. Inhale and exhale, gently walking your hands forward if that feels comfortable for you today. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, roll yourself up, plant your hands on the mat, untuck the right toe, step the left foot back up for downward facing dog. And as you inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat, and just slowly lower your pelvis down onto the floor and reaching your legs in front of you for Dandasana. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, and as you exhale, hinging from the hips and melt your way forward for Paschimottanasana, our seated forward fold. Again, if our hamstrings are a wee bit tighter today, just take a soft bend in the knees, or don't fold forward as far. The priority here is length through the spine and keeping open across our chest. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach the arms forward, and for a count of 8, slowly lower the torso all the way down to the mat, squeezing through that core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees into your chest and give yourself a well-deserved hug. Our last stretch for today, we're going to come into Happy Baby. So one of my favourite stretches. So when you're lying down on your mat, open your knees slightly, grabbing onto either the inside or the outer edges of the feet, and gently stretching through the knees. Not a full stretch, but so they've got a softer bend. And just gently rock from side to side, aiming to keep our lower back rooted onto the mat, feeling a nice opening through the hips. If you're more flexible, feel free to straighten through the legs if you can. And if it feels more comfortable to hold on to your knees or even your inner thighs, go for it. It's all about listening to your body and doing what's best for you. One more breath here, team. Inhale and exhale. With your hands, draw your knees back in together. Give yourself one big squeeze, maybe tucking your chin in. And as you exhale, extend everything onto the mat, your legs, your arms, for Savasana. One deep breath in and exhale. Let yourself melt into the floor, closing down the eyes, allowing your body to be as still as possible, soaking up all of your hard work, all of the benefits of today's practice. And as you inhale and exhale, feel yourself sink deeper and deeper into the earth, feeling really held by her, as if you're lying amongst the bed with the softest blankets, the softest cushions, and you feel really relaxed here in this position. Just focusing on your breath if your mind starts to wander. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath like this, team. Inhale and exhale. Just gently start to wiggle through the toes, through the fingers, maybe rolling the ankles, rolling the wrists, bringing some life back into your body. Reach the arms overhead for a nice full body stretch. And exhale, draw the knees into the chest and give yourself a nice hug. Just gently rocking from side to side, giving your spine a nice little massage. And then just gently rock onto one side, coming into the fetal position, a symbol of rebirth. And keeping your eyes closed, very, very slowly, pushing your way up to find a comfortable seated position on your mat today. Inhale, sweep the arms side and up, collecting in all that good energy, the positivity. And as you exhale, bring your hands together at heart center in prayer. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and to thank yourselves for taking the time out of your day to come to the mat and just focus on your body, on your mind and your soul. In a time where things are so up in the air, it's really hard to remain grounded. So again, thank yourselves for taking this time. Inhale, bring your hands to the space between your brows, your third eye. The love and light within me honors and recognizes the love and light within all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much again, team. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, your day, or your evening. All the love. Mwah!